Ever since I was a kid, I've had a morbid fascination with strong and destructive storms, like you have in the United States.
Roofs were torn off buildings.
Wow! Wow, wow!
Not the very worst of it.
I knew we were gonna get slammed with this hurricane. Wow.
And I've always wanted to experience this force of nature for myself. Well, this past week in Scotland, I had my chance as Storm Awren rolled in.
Storm Awren hit parts of the UK with winds of nearly 100 miles an hour.
Alright, Storm Awren, let's be having you. Come on in. Woo! Oh my god. Wow. It is mental out here. I can barely stand up. I'm pushing through. I don't want to be hit by any falling debris. It's a perfect storm! White water for as far as you can see out there. That is brutal. This is Portobello Beach in Edinburgh. I have never in all my life seen a storm like this down here. But apparently it's even worse down the coast. So I'm going to take a drive and see if I can record that for you. Let's take a wee wander. Let's go for a wee drive. Jesus. Some casualties from the night. Wheelie bins everywhere. God. That's going to need some clean up in the morning.
So today, over the last 24 hours, the Met Office, the UK Met Office, issued a red alert warning, which is apparently quite rare. They don't happen that often. They don't issue them that often. It's the worst level of alert you have to be wary for in terms of weather here in the UK. And the red level alert means danger and risk and danger of life, or loss of life rather. Danger and risk of loss of life is what a red alert is. Basically, there's a really, really strong storm coming in off the North Sea from the north. A really, really cold and vicious storm with winds up to 95 miles an hour, which is basically, it's hurricane level winds. You know, very rare for us on the east coast of Scotland, and it's coming right in off the coast. And I thought, you know what, let's go for a wee drive, because I love weather and I love extreme weather. I'm a bit of a storm chaser. As we made it to the town of Dunbar in East Lothian, which was said to be the epicentre of the strong winds, it was clear that Awren had already made its presence felt, with felled trees blocking roads and roof tiles falling onto the street. If it wasn't already clear, we had to be extremely careful. Wow, it is, honestly, it's wild. I'm not sure if I've ever driven in winds like this before. There's quite a lot of other traffic on the road, people going home on a Friday night. There are people overtaking as well, which I think is ludicrous. Not sure if you guys can hear that wind. It's unlike anything I've ever heard in Scotland. It is like a constant drone. Down in front of me there on the beach, the waves are just crashing right up onto the harbour and into, actually, it looks like somebody's house, to be honest. Be worried that they're not going to get flooded out. The wind is absolutely immense, and to be honest, I'm a little bit worried because what I didn't film, because it was a bit hairy, is the fact that they've closed the motorway, and I don't know why they've done that. If it was for like roadworks, it's really stupid to have done that, because it's pushing everybody onto the B roads where, you know, traffic is shared in 2 lanes and trucks could fall over and trees could fall over and all the rest of it.
We decided to make our way over to Dunbar Harbor, and I wasn't quite prepared for the scenes that we were about to discover.
Jesus, that was a wave came over. Wow.
Get out of here.
Still filming?
Yes.
That was a wave.
He's filming too.
Despite these treacherous conditions, as we have seen several times over the past couple of years, key workers won't quit without a fight. As shown by this Asda grocery delivery driver, who ploughed on through the torrents of water to deliver their goods. The next morning, we woke early and headed north to Aviemore to see what the tail of the storm had in store. And, as was predicted, everything had frozen solid, with an overnight blizzard coating everything white.
Come to our all-time favourite place in the snow, where you can always be sure, if it has snowed anywhere in Scotland, that this is one place where it will have landed. which is Aviemore and Loch Morlich in particular. It's very slippy here. Stay off the icy pit. Stay on the snow. It's not that deep. This is a remnant from the storm last night, and as you can see probably, the wind that we had from the north last night, that absolute hurricane wind, has almost entirely gone now. There's no wind whatsoever. Brazil's feeling very cold in the background. Without the wind it doesn't feel that bad. My hands are cold, but apart from that it's really not bad. But it is absolutely gorgeous down here. The colours in the light down here through the trees behind me are just amazing. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Absolutely beautiful and special part of the world this is. You see the sunset just going down there behind me, and it's not even 4 PM yet. Sunset's really early. We're almost at the winter solstice. That there behind me is Loch Garten. We're in the Caledonian pine forest, and it is just so brilliant and amazing here. I absolutely love it. With the snow on the ground crunching under my feet, that sunset in front, and all these amazing old ancient pines. It's absolutely sensationally gorgeous. I wish I could see a capercaillie though. I probably won't, because they're very shy and you hardly ever see them. I also wish I could see a red squirrel, but I probably won't because I don't have much luck with them. Now, since we have a parked here just off the road here, I've heard 2 or 3 times a really loud howl noise, like a whoo. Don't know what it is, but there's something in nature here howling out. Before the sun goes away totally, I'm going to take a drive, jump back in the car and head back around the loch a little bit, just to see if we can see anything more. Well, we've still got a little bit of light left, so I need to make haste and get back in. sun, the very last of the sun there behind me, just going away for the night. It has been a really special day, a special 2 days actually, if you like kind of nature and weather. This point here, Loch Garten, is a really important nature reserve in Scotland because there's a lot of breeding birds that use this place as a nesting site during winter, and in the spring and summer it's where, or one of the most famous places to see osprey, which fly here every year to nest. I've never seen them, and I've actually never been to this particular place, Loch Garten, before either, but it is so beautiful that I'll actually have to do it at some point. I'll need to come back and do it properly, maybe in the springtime, see if we can see the ospreys and red squirrels and whatever. It is absolutely gorgeous, especially with the snow. Been really lucky to see the snow up here on this trip. It always makes things just that little bit nicer. That light there behind me is absolutely amazing. There's no words to describe it. And in a place like this, I tell you what though, that road from here all the way up to where we started, which was probably about 5 or 8 miles, is frozen solid. The temperature is about -3 at the moment, but it's frozen solid. You can see there what's happening. People have been driving on it, and it's compacted the snow, the little bit of snow that was there, into solid ice, and it's not been any gritting down this road at all. I don't know if I'm able to show you this, just how bad this is, just to demonstrate. But you can see here, you can see the snow on that side, and on that side there, I mean, I couldn't even walk on that, not even a tiny bit. It's solid ice, compacted and extremely slippery. So the fact that I'm able to drive on this is quite impressive, with tyres that are not ideal for this. Here at Loch Garten, there's a nature reserve there behind me, which looks like it's under construction, hopefully ready for next summer, spring. It's absolutely beautiful here. Very peaceful. The only noise is the noise of whatever animal is making those whooping noises and me talking. November, which is very early for a winter storm for us, to be honest, but it was absolutely smashing.
I have a new wintertime visual documentary to show you, and you can hit the link down below to find out when to watch it. It'll also be available to download for my Patreon members. Find out more about how to join and support this channel in the links below. In the meantime, the BBC had taken interest in my storm footage, and some of my friends sent me this.
At least 2 men have been killed by falling trees as Storm Awren hit parts of the UK with high winds, rain and snow. The storm caused damage across Scotland, Northern England, the Midlands and Wales, with winds of nearly 100 miles an hour, leaving more than 100,000 homes without power, as Emily Unia reports.
Storm Awren brought winds of more than 90 miles an hour to pummel the coast of northeast Scotland. The Met Office issued a rare red weather warning, meaning there was a potential risk to life.
I can barely stand up.
Shaun, a storm chaser, filmed treacherous conditions near Edinburgh for social media.
I don't want to be hit by any falling debris. That is brutal. This is Portobello Beach in Edinburgh. I have never in all my life seen a storm like this. Well, how about that, eh? I'm on the national news all day long today in the UK with my little bit of gonzo journalism, or citizen journalism you could call it. Out and about in the storm last night. As soon as I got home, the BBC, who had watched my video on Twitter, said, can we use it? And I was like, yeah, no worries. And it's on the national news, which is the biggest news outlet anywhere in probably Europe, I would say, but certainly in the UK, it's the biggest news outlet. And it's on all day, including the 10 o'clock news, which is bizarre. I've never been on the 10 o'clock news before. That's funny, but it just shows you film stuff. I like to record my life, I like to record my adventures, and you never know where it'll take you. Maybe even the BBC News.
I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.